Y'all may not know this, but yo, I'm a baby driver too, y'all. And real talk. I mean, it's literal. I drive a baby around because that nigga goes everywhere with me. I ain't got no freedom. None at all. What? What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data. We got a movie review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new movie that just fucking dropped, a movie that's been getting a lot of hype and attention and praise. And you know, it looked interesting as fuck. It looked unique and it looked dope and it looked crazy. So I was like, fuck it, nigga, I'ma see the shit. And they filmed this shit in Atlanta. Well, they filmed everything in Atlanta, but they literally said they filmed this shit in Atlanta and they proved the shit. They didn't hide away from the shit. So props on that. These motherfuckers are here for the first time. They dropped some new shit in my backyard. I wasn't there though. I mean, they didn't invite me to the shit. I mean, I would have been in the movie. Y'all should have let me in. It's all good now. It's too late for that shit now. Talking about the new movie, Baby Driver. Now, for those who don't know, Baby Driver is a brand new action, thrilling movie that centers around cars and music. It's so fucking dope. Now, this movie is written and directed by Edgar Wright. He's done movies like the Shaun of the Dead, all them type of movies. He also did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which was a really cool movie. So, you know, he's been doing some really cool, unique movies over the time, but this is probably one of his most coolest and uniquest and one of his most, I guess, you know, insane movies so far. And this movie centers around a guy by the name of Baby. That's his name, Baby, and that's what everybody calls him. And he is this driver. He's a young kid, and he's probably one of the best drivers in Atlanta for people who like to do heists and robbery and all that shit. They call him Baby to get the shit done. But the unique thing about Baby is that he's always listening to music. He's always got some earbuds in. He's always playing some kind of song. He's got like 17 iPods on him, the old school joints too. Not even like the touches. He got the old school motherfuckers on him. And he just goes around listening to music. He's pretty much got the soundtrack for everything in his life, which is kind of unique and dope. And that's basically the general synopsis of the movie, but I'm gonna get deeper into it right now. So now let's see if Baby Driver is a movie that drives it on home as a grade A super dope summer flick, or if it's a movie that we need to get in the car, hit reverse, and go as fast as possible and run into a building and hopefully die. If not, paralysis is the next best thing, because I ain't feeling this shit. Am I? I don't know. Let's talk about the shit. So like I said, the movie is centered around the character Baby, who is played by an actor by the name of Ansel Elgort. I think that's your name, nigga. It's weird. I've never heard of you, but you the star, motherfucker. Good on you. What the fuck? How that shit happened? Don't matter. So he is the star of the movie, and like I said, he is this young kid who is actually a professional driver for people who rob and steal motherfuckers shit. And he has to be the getaway driver, and he does a damn good job of it. And he's unique because he's always listening to music. And his backstory is a little crazy. Actually, basically, he got into this crazy accident when he was a kid, and it fucked up his hearing, so he has to hear this like weird humming. So he plays the music to drown it out, so he doesn't have to think about the accident. It's kind of way he, you know, kind of gets over it or gets through it, like a therapy type thing, which is really cool and unique because he just always is caught listening to music, rocking these shades, and kind of being to himself. He doesn't speak much. And the thing about Baby, he's really not into this type of lifestyle. He kind of just got thrown into it because he was fucking with the wrong person. This guy named Doc, who is played by Kevin Spacey, kind of has him on a leash in a way, and he's got to pay him some money back. So this is the way that he ends up getting paid back, by doing these jobs for him. So he has to do that shit. He's stacking up a little paper though. I'm not gonna lie, Baby ain't got no baby paper. This motherfucker's making money all day, but it seems like he doesn't care about that. He really just cares about music and music and music, and then driving a little bit, but mostly the motherfucker likes music. But music aside, when Baby is behind the wheel, he is a motherfucking beast. Ain't nobody better than this young motherfucker. And like when you in there with him, you getting away. No ifs, ands, or buts about the shit. And it's really crazy because Baby really does want to get out of this lifestyle. He lives with a foster dad who's this old black dude who I think is deaf. And like for the most part, you know, he just a chill dude. He just sitting there, you know, trying to figure out how to hear shit, but really can't. But he got the sign language on point. I mean, he got that going on. And he's just trying to tell Baby, yo, you need to stop doing this shit because you ain't about this life. And Baby's like, I know I ain't about this life, but I ain't got no choice because, you know, the motherfucker Doc don't let me go, nigga. He ain't letting me go at all. And I'm tired of this shit, but nigga, I ain't trying to die today. And it gets even more difficult for Baby when he ends up meeting Deborah, who is this waitress at a diner he always goes to. He ends up falling in love. I mean, she fine, she cute. I see it, Baby, but you know, he just, you know, he trying to get on that. He trying to get Operation Smash on that. And you know, doing this job and shit ain't helping the situation out too much. So that's helping him think more of like, yo, I gotta get out this shit because I got this fine ass girl who like me, and you know, I'm trying to get in this music shit, and this old ass black dude who I live with keep bugging me about it. I need to get the fuck out this shit because I'm tired. And once Baby realizes that, that's when shit starts to hit the fan, and that's where I'm gonna stop there because I'm not gonna spoil shit. But basically, for the most part, that's how the movie goes. And here's the thing, is the movie good? And I gotta say, y'all, yes, the movie is good. The movie is really, really, really fucking good. For the most part, it is. Now, there are some things here and there that I will get on, but let's talk about the positives. First of all, the way that they incorporate music in this film. Music is an essential part of this fucking film, and it's so cool because it looks like a big music video at times. When the action of the actual movie that's going on, they sync it up with the music so well that it's just something so cool, something unique, something different, and it just really comes off very well. Especially with the driving scenes and the action scenes, the shit is so fucking dope. I mean, they sync up the music with gunshots and the way that the car drives and speeds off and reverses and flips and all this shit, and it's so fucking dope. And not to mention, the action scenes and the driving scenes on here are timed and put together so perfectly. And I live in Atlanta, y'all. The place that they was driving, Atlanta traffic is fucking terrible, and Atlanta terrain is fucking crazy. The way this motherfucker was driving around Atlanta, that motherfucker deserves a gold medal on every level, because that motherfucker can get through this city better than anybody I've ever seen. That shit is fucking difficult, and this motherfucker was driving on Spaghetti Junction and fucking I-20 and through downtown. Downtown is a bitch to get through, y'all, and this motherfucker was just going like ain't shit happening right now. This is a motherfucking great ass portrayal and movie in Atlanta, and I like how they use so many parts of Atlanta that I can recognize easily. But the way that they pulled off the driving scenes in here is so fucking dope. I mean, you just get automatically just sucked into this shit. It's so fucking cool. It looks great. I mean, so many cars got destroyed and crashed and switched. There's so many fucking just great things about this driving and the scenes and the action in this movie that this is one of the highlights, or if not the highlight, of this movie with the music aside. And on top of that, the character portrayals on this movie are fucking fantastic as well, especially with Baby. I love the way that his character is. I mean, on face value, he looks like just this real quiet kid who just listens to music and really doesn't speak much. But really, when you get to know him and his character develops in the movie, you see he's kind of a noble cat. He really just wants to do good for himself and the people around him. And you can tell he's just some dude who got caught up in the wrong shit, but he's too afraid to, like, you know, get away from it because he doesn't want anything to happen to him or people around him. So he just does what he has to do to get the job done, but he really doesn't want to do the shit. He deals with that internal conflict the entire movie until around the end where he comes up with a choice, which is really cool. Same thing goes for characters like Doc, who is played by Kevin Spacey. Like I said, his portrayal as like the sort of the mastermind and sort of like the father figure for Baby. Well, not really the father figure, but like the financial and driving father figure of him. He really does a good job on here, as well as John Hamm and Isaac Gonzalez, who did a great job as the couple of Buddy and Darling. They did a real good job on here, real gangster shit they was doing. And Jamie Foxx as Bats. This motherfucker was batshit crazy. The motherfucker was hilarious. He had that sort of comic relief here, but at the same time, he was a serious motherfucker, and I really liked his character in here as well. And most of the characters, if not all of them, really gelled well, and everything worked out very well, and this movie really came off really good. The only thing in this movie that I really wasn't on board with 100% is the love story between Baby and Deborah, who is played by Lily James. She does a great job as her character. They have a good chemistry together, but I just think the actual essential core of the love aspect of this story in this movie just doesn't come off that great. Sometimes it comes off kind of corny, sometimes it's just like meh, and sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but it really, really shows at the very end of the movie. The end part of the movie, the last scene, it's just like, I didn't like how this movie ended, and it really hinged off that. But the thing is that love story does carry like the last third of the movie. It's pretty much the core element of that, which pretty much carries everything else, or is pretty much the root of everything else, which is fine. I get it, but it's just like some parts, some scenes, some things just I didn't like, or it just didn't make any sense to me, or it just didn't come off, you know, too great. It was either corny to me or just like unrealistic or unlike whatever, like would this really fucking happen? And that's the thing. And just the way that it ended just kind of suddenly. You like, it could have ended earlier a better way for me, but then they kind of kept it going another way, and then they kind of tried to make Baby look a certain way, and then at the end they tried to have this whole happily ever after moment, which is okay, I guess, but at the same time it's just like it should have ended a little bit differently for me. And that's the thing that really kind of held it off for me actually loving the movie. I really, really, really like this movie, but I don't love this movie, which upsets me because I feel like I should, but I gotta be honest with myself, I don't love the movie, but I really, really fucking like it a lot, and that's where I'm at with it. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Baby Driver is an overall very dope, super exciting summer flick that you gotta check out, even though I really wish the ending would have been a little bit better. I mean, not just me. When I was in the theater, everybody was like, oh, that's it? That's how it ends? Okay, whatever. We was all kind of like, all right then. That's I'm not lying, that's how it was. All I'm saying is that the movie is fucking dope. The action scenes are crazy. The driving is on point. All the actors are doing their thing. Ansel Elgort, Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Isaac Gonzalez, Lily James. All them motherfuckers came in and they shut the shit down on point. They all work well together. You know, Edgar Wright, he did a great job on this movie overall. And everything was good. Like I said, except for that ending. The ending is what fucked it up for me. Like, it didn't fuck it up completely, but it just was like, god damn. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. So all I gotta say is that for me, Baby Driver is sadly not Granddad approved. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest, but I will give it a very highly Granddad recommended. And that's like the highest of the very highly I can get it. Like tip it there. Like this is approved and this is like where the very highly it is. Because just for that ending. If the ending was a little bit better, we would have got that. That's all I'm saying. But the movie is dope. Definitely check it out. It is worth the $11.50, popcorn and a drink. Would I pay to see it again? Personally, no, but I would watch the movie again, definitely, because there's a lot of great shit in here on the music side, on the action side, on the acting side. Everything was good, just didn't end the way that I wanted to, and that's what really brought it back for me. But I got nothing more to say. Baby Driver is very highly Granddad recommended. Probably the most highly of the very highly Granddad recommended I've ever had in my life. That's what this shit is, so go watch the shit. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Baby Driver if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, it is out today. I definitely recommend you go check this movie out. It's got a lot of great things about it. The action, the acting, the music is all fucking dope. Everything is good in this movie. I just didn't like the ending that much, and that's what really brought it down. But you may fuck with it. I don't know, but definitely go see this shit. It's one of the best movies of the summer. Hands down, I will say that. Previous videos on the side, as well as my latest single. Check that out, show some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week. But I'm going in this week, y'all. More reviews are coming this week. Stay tuned, because shit's getting good. As well as the CD case studies and the Gaming with the Granddad and the Indie Spotlight. All that shit is below, so check that shit out. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time, I'm going to take my leave. Granddaughter. Baby Driver, it's a good fucking movie. I wish the ending was a little bit better, but it's all right. And nigga, if you still driving, nigga, can you pick me up and take me somewhere? Because, nigga, this traffic is crazy in Atlanta. And if I had you on the wheel, nigga, I'd get everywhere I need to be on point and no tickets. Because you a savage on the wheel, nigga. Shit. I want to be like you. Not really. I can't. I'm out of here.